I set an alarm at exactly this time, and
Oh,
it just started blasting banger
Live control room. Let's do this, people.
Here you go.
Okay.
You can open it.
Stream status. We're live.
Are we
All
live?
right, let's do this.
Okay, good.
Wait, man, I want to make sure. Let's go to like the musician page. Perfect. All right, let's live control. View on watch. Let's go to live now. Let's go live, people.
All right, good.
The fact that this is even happening is insane.
I know, dude.
Dude, it's real. It's real. Look at it. Look at it.
It's on? Oh, cool.
Oh, look at that. See, like, here's the microphone right here. So I'm talking
Cool. All right. Yeah.
We gotta work out all the bugs. Crap.
You know.
All right, people. No, this is the wrong one.
Oh.
Crap.
Technical troubles.
Ian, not the time. I'm just kidding. Audio. All the bugs. Wonderful. Alright, bugs working out. Alright. Come on. Is this working? Hold on.
I think your camera has the
It's not the
audio
camera,
has,
it's-
like tinnitus or something.
Yeah, I know.
It's the ringing.
It's not the camera, it's the audio I chose. File, save. Alright, I think we're good. Well, it's an echo. Happy New Year to all of you who have decided to stick around for the next 24 hours and put up with us on the Super Review Show's 24-hour marathon.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Hey, this is my cousin. He can't believe that he's here right now. He woke up super early like, dude, I gotta get to JT's house and stream live. You know, like it's the insanity.
It was much more miserable than that, but you know.
Hey, he does it out of love. I'm glad. I look at me. How do you think of Don't forget to talk over here. Too.
Yeah.
Is this the microphone? We'll talk right there.
Yeah.
Move it out of the way. So, we are going to kick off this year with this 24-hour marathon. And basically, here's how it's going to work. In the first hour, the first two parts, which are going to be maybe 2 or 3 hours, maybe like 1 or 2 hours each. This is how it's going to work. We're going to have... Hold on. We're going to do this. Let's go to Wirecast so we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And basically, here's what's going to happen, folks. We are going to be, a little later on in the marathon, we'll be answering your questions in the live chat board. So all of you who have questions ready to be answered about, like, Man from U.N.C.L.E., Iron Man 3, Star Wars The Force Awakens, anything that you want to talk about this year. It's not an AMA, it's not an Ask Me Anything, but it's getting pretty close to it. So basically, this is how it's going to run. We are going to be talking anything like, right now we're going to talk about how 2015 went down, how life went along, like what was the life early on in 2015, like how we went from SpongeBob to Avengers 2, like everything we've been talking about over the course of the Super Review Show, we're here to talk about with you. And right now this thing is bothering me numbly. So right now we're just going to do the echoing on its own, so that way, because we're hearing two speakers at once. Now that's much better. You like that?
Yeah, that's much better.
So for those of you who don't know, this is my cousin Ian. He woke up super early this morning just to be a part of this. And I want to thank him very much for this.
Thanks, dude.
Dude, a thunderous applause, but from all the people at home watching right now. And for those who don't know, please share this video right now, because we're going to be live for the next 24 hours answering your questions, talking about 2015. What are we most looking forward to in 2016? I gotta say, I gotta say right now, my most not anticipated, but my most look forward to non-superhero movie of 2016 is actually Ghostbusters. There's a Ghostbusters. You heard the Ghostbusters reboot is happening in 2016. You got all these funny ladies in there as their lead roles. Bill Murray's back in it. Sigourney Weaver. I've been curious about this thing the moment they announced it. I'm like, oh, cool, we're Ghostbusters bringing it back. I'm like, cool, man. But, like, how are you going to do it? Like, I don't know. We'll get into that, like, in the next part. Part 2, exactly. But, look, also, we're going to have guests throughout the show. I mean, my cousin Ian is going to be here throughout part 1 through until, let's say,
insert number here.
Part insert number here, maybe like 4 or 5. Like when we get to part 4, it'll probably be it's 10 a.m. now Eastern Standard Time, but by the time like 2016, you'll probably be out here by like 5 or 6, dude, and that'll be like in the next what is it? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll be here for the next 7 hours. And we have coffee. It's okay.
Good.
So, and by the way, you may be noticing, what's with the new setup and stuff? Yeah, totally. We have a new Star Wars The Force Awakens poster all the way, if I can point to it, over there. Right over there. We have a new Marvel background banner-like thing over there I got for Christmas. And the usual Iron Man 3, Ant-Man from U.N.C.L.E., Fantastic Four comic book poster. And we got a bunch of new stuff over here. Like, everything you could possibly imagine. Christmas came about, and life was great. I even got this Kylo Ren T-shirt, people. How awesome is that? He got an Infinity scarf. Go you.
Very nice here.
So I don't want to do all the talking, but why don't you let the crew know what's going on here?
All right, so yeah, we got stuff to talk about. So, well, first of all, I think that Star Wars thing is one of the most interesting things I've seen all day. Granted, I haven't been awake for that long, so
I know you haven't been awake for that long,
stuff.
but it's okay.
But very interesting.
Yeah, and I really you've seen it, right?
Of course I've seen it.
I was just checking.
Yeah, I've seen it. I know.
I was checking if you saw it yet, dude. I'm just asking.
Yeah. By the way, if you haven't seen it, you should.
You better not crap your pants and see it. Just go see it. It's already made what, $1 billion?
Yeah.
Already, you could probably, and also, we will be monitoring all sorts of stuff on his laptop, because right now we're using my laptop for the live stream. So if we need to, Twitter questions, live stream questions, whatever you want to talk about, just send them in. You could actually tweet us, @, @SuperReviewshow, capital S, capital R, capital S. And we'll see if any come in for a little while. But I know it's early in the morning. We're already like 8 minutes into this live stream. Unbelievable, guys. Like, this is our way of saying thank you to all of you who put up with me for an entire year ever since. Well, I'm gonna get into a story in a little bit, but thank you so much for 1 year of the Super Review Show already. I want to a little bit of a backstory. I know you don't know this. I know, actually, I proposed this idea to you, and I've always wanted to get you on the show. Back in December 2014. So basically a year ago.
Yeah.
1 year ago, I came to my fellow cousin Ian, who now you can finally see him, and I said, Ian, wouldn't it be cool if we were to do an Agent Carter after show, like an Agent Carter recap show or review show? And he thought, you know what? I think that's a good idea. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna be around for it, but we'll see what we can do. So I talked to him. Like I'm like, dude, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. And he's like, and the last minute stuff came around. Like, dude, I can't. I gotta play the cello.
Yeah.
I gotta do this. Like, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And the reason why you've been stuck with me and a few of my friends for over the course of the year, and no offense,
No.
but the fact that that mistake happened was, and I've told this story. I think this is the first time I'm telling this story to the Super Review Show's people. This is the reason why I've done this, like all of this is because of one video I started about 11 or 12 months ago. It's called Agent Carter, see episode 1 and 2 review, and it's the channel because I knew, and this is the tip for all you guys who want to start YouTube videos. I know I got a friend of mine who wants to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know if he wants to do the same stuff I do. But he wants to talk about, like, he wants to do videos. I said, look, it doesn't matter what you do, but start off with something big, and then slide some other stuff in there so people get a taste, so people can get a feel of what you're doing. And the way I did it was some news came out. It was Agent Carter season 1, episode 1 and 2 review, and Agent Carter season 2 is happening. So when January comes, keep an eye out for that. But you got and then I put out an Ant-Man trailer review at the time. Ant-Man's been out for like 6 months now. I put an Ant-Man trailer review. I put out a video saying that 3 X-Men films were in 2016, Gambit, Deadpool, and X-Men Apocalypse. And I put out a video, I think it was regarding a Star Wars spin-off, if I'm not mistaken. No. It was Gambit's release date has been announced of October 7th, 2016. And that's what I started out. And I started out with an Agent Carter. So for those of you wondering, like, you want to get into what I do, you want to get into what Collider Video does, and what AMC Movie Talk did. You want to do what the Schmoes Know did. Here's how you do it. You start off. This is my recommendation personally. You find a new TV show or a new movie that's coming out that a lot of people are anticipating. That hopefully it's good. You start off with a recap or review show of that, and then you jump into, let's say, 2 or 3 other minor little news pieces like as I said, like an Ant-Man trailer review. And Gambit release date, X-Men movies in 2016. Like, you do a big and then you do a few littles so people get a taste of what you're doing. And that recipe has worked out this recipe has worked out the entire time I started this. And the fact that this works is incredible. I'm glad that the Super Review Show has gained up to 11,700 views over the course of 1 year. And I want to thank, if I had the chance to go up to, what's her name? What's the actress's name? Haley Atwell? If I had the chance to go up to Haley Atwell and say, your show is the reason why I have a YouTube channel. And, like, thank you so much. Hugs galore, and then we go on our merry way. But, like, it all started with that one video. And if you start with that one video and you go a little bit smaller, that's great. I will say this though, if you actually want to get into the technical side of stuff, there's a great video on YouTube. It's called Getting Started in Film Podcasting or YouTubing. And I think I showed you this at one point. And that's how, we actually made out a shopping list that was right on Amazon. We made a shopping list. Yeah. And ever since that day, when we said, okay, we're going to do this, I'm like, wait, I can get a microphone. I got a laptop for Christmas. Get a USB port, which is right over there. You can't see it off camera. Speakers. You really have a portable filming setup. And it's truly incredible that people want to get into this field. It's so easy. Laptop, microphone, a USB microphone, speakers, and an outlet, and you're done. As long as you know I have the right software stuff. Like, I use iMovie for all my videos. You got like when I record my videos, believe it or not, all of this is reversed. Like, it's all, the image is flipped. So what I do is, every single video, obviously, you know me, I miss like 1 or 2 videos, and it's like Uncle is reversed and stuff like that, but every video I've ever pumped out it's all recorded reversed. So I would be over here, I would be over there, and I put the text in, I put the pictures in. Everything you guys have watched is basically my painstakingly powerful editing skills put into 1 year's worth of work, and it's paid off. I mean, like the fact that like I don't want to get too much into it, but yes, this 24-hour marathon is the reason why. This is our way, well, my way, and my cousin, and my friend's way of saying thank you to being a part of something that I wanted to start back 11 or 12 months ago, maybe even a year now, and it's 1 year. Let's kick off this 24-hour marathon. Where's the champagne? You know, I don't know, but like.
Great time for your champagne poppers. But
Yeah, I know. I should have had that. I should have like a little bottle popper. But yes. So look, send in your tweets, or you can do it 2 ways. You could do it at the Super Review Show, capital S, capital R, capital S, no spaces, and you could actually you could send it in via that, or you could there's a chat board on the side of this video. You can watch it there. You could, however way you want to ask questions. I already actually got an email question in, and you read it and you thought it was really good. Yeah. And now, for the first ever live question on the Super Review Show, if I can get my password in right, we are going to answer a question that comes in. Hopefully he's watching right now, because I'm going to ask this question I'm gonna ask it again a little later in the day, because he's probably dead to sleep.
We'll certainly have things.
We'll have things to say, and then I'll be like, hey, back to that first question. I'll go back to in 4 hours or something. But basically, this question comes in from Matthew Letovic from funny story. My dad is a math teacher, and this is one of his students. So, Dad, thank you, and Matthew, here you go. He answered. This is the second email he sent me, because the first email was, how to what question should I send in? I said something about Star Wars, Marvel, DC, whatever. So he said, "Hi, JT. I have come with a few questions for the live stream. 1. What would you tell someone to convince them to see a Star Wars movie? 2. Would you say that the new Star Wars movie is better than the previous Star Wars movies?" We're going to have to get into that. And 3, which Star Wars movie is your favorite and why? Thank you, Matthew. All right. Thank you for that first question ever asked on the show. Ian, the person that got me into Star Wars.
Oh boy, yeah.
Dude, you got me hooked on all that, you know?
How it must have been. I was 5 years old or something.
My name is Ian, and I'm going to go see. Oh my God!
That's what I was
It was
probably.
a really bad impression of you as a baby.
Yeah.
Basically, how to put this? If I were to recommend, what was the first question? It was, what would you tell someone? I would say, look, if you're into sci-fi, and if you're into fantasy, and you're into great movie storytelling, Star Wars has got all that. Easily. And a simple movie to get hooked onto. Episode 4, or really just Star Wars, is, in my humble opinion, one of the greatest films ever made. From a technical point of view, how it revolutionized Hollywood, you can get into we could do the whole 24-hour marathon just on how that happened. But basically, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think that the reason why, if I had to recommend to convince someone, I'd say great storytelling, great acting, and great direction, and a great funny script. When you think about it, Star Wars: A New Hope is a comedy.
I guess you could say
To a good extent. It's funny. I got a bad feeling about this. Come on.
Yeah, I get that for the time. Very, 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 well developed and well-rounded movie.
Yeah.
Very well-rounded.
And also, it swept pop culture.
Oh, of course.
I mean, there had never been a movie.
Dude, yeah, seriously.
That I believe the reason why blockbusters came about was because of Star Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right.
I think I am right. I've read that. I watched that on Jedi Alliance on the Schmoes No Network. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, I was recently at a toy store and like 40% of everything in that store was Star Wars. So Star Wars is just like, literally changed the world.
Yeah,
Just,
there's no way that any film whatsoever had like. I swear to God, it's insane. Like the popularity of Star Wars. Yes, so to answer that question, I would convince them because it's great direction, great storytelling, and great acting and great script. If you did, with that fundamental building blocks, it changed Hollywood forever. The second question he asked: would you say that a new Star Wars movie is better than the previous Star Wars movies?
okay.
You
All
answer
right.
that.
Okay, so answers to this question really depend on when you were alive and which Star Wars movies you were introduced to first. Oh, now let's like put aside the prequels for just a
Who
little
cares
bit.
about the prequels?
Let's just like leave that for a little bit later. But I've heard a lot of things. I have in fact heard that the new movie is better than the originals. Now, I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying
That's a pretty bold statement
I
there,
know.
buddy.
I told him that, and he was. But I would say it's very much dependent because I mean I started watching Star Wars really young age. I think I first saw Episode 5 was the first one I saw. So Empire Strikes Back when I was really just a wee little chap. But I would say the movies are very different, but also very the same. Anyone who's seen the new Star Wars movie, you must have picked up on the references to the old, to the New Hope. Very, very similar.
And
plot.
essentially, it is a quote-unquote remake of...
It is.
Like, don't get into too many spoilers, because some people still may not see it. If you haven't seen it, what is wrong with you?
If you've not seen it, you might want to grab earplugs for certain sections.
Like, did you see the part with Finn? You know, like, it's just like, if you don't want to know anything about the Star Wars, jump in the comments, jump in the chat board and let us know if you don't want to hear anything. We can go spoiler-free for a little while, and then we'll go into spoilers, okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so I think the introduction of a lot of new elements into the new Star Wars movie, and I think specifically there's this different... Are we allowed to, like, say stuff about, like, you know, the main characters?
Say stuff about Rey, Finn, and Captain Phasma. That's it.
Okay, so, alright, so the opening of the movie is I thought it was a really brilliant scene. We're on Jakku, this planet, and we see this pilot talking to a couple dudes, and then all of a sudden, stormtroopers arrive. And I thought this scene was very good, because it did something very similar to the beginning, you know, when the stormtroopers raid the Tantive 4. Yeah. But I think it was kind of menacing, the scene, the lighting, and whereas it was less sci-fi and more of...
Fantasy?
I was almost kind of scared a little bit. Like, wow, look at these men in white armor, like, just slaughtering all these...
The scene with the...
Yeah.
With the blood.
That
was so, like...
interesting.
I saw it, like, at 10 in the morning at a packed house at the Regal up in Poughkeepsie. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That was... you normally don't see blood in a Star Wars.
I know.
It's like... Also,
look,
a fun fact, lightsabers cauterize wounds. Anyways.
So, I would say we're following Finn. I think, can we say what Finn is?
Wait, what do you mean what Finn is?
Like, what his
Oh, no, that's what.
Okay, we can't say that. Okay. Well, I can just say that it's very original how the character of Finn is constructed and how it's developed.
He is more like the scoundrel-ish part. Like when I was watching it, I don't really want to go too much into it because like I'm reading the chat board right now on my phone and like we got a bunch of questions in there already. Jesus, you guys wake up early. So like I would say, and to wrap up that part of the question, I would say he is more a Han Solo-ish
Very, very true.
attitude than just like by himself.
Mhm.
You know, I think John Boyega, the actor that plays him, probably studied those original films like that, like this. Like he watched them. He probably watched Harrison Ford's part to get a feel of it.
Yeah, because that's definitely a thing.
Right.
So I guess to wrap up that question, the new movie is different from the old movies, but it is also similar in many ways. Way to be vague, but whatever.
We want to be spoiler free though. If anyone sees it, they're like, okay. And then his last question is, which is your favorite Star Wars movie and why? Oh, my personal. You go first. I'm gonna have to think about this.
Ooh, okay, all right.
It's like The Force Awakens, Hope, Empire, Jedi.
Okay.
You could say like the second half of Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, wait. Let's. Okay. First, I would say probably my favorite is Empire Strikes Back, simply because for a large part of my childhood, after I watched it, I became obsessed with people who had lost their hands. I'm sorry, that's a weird obsession, but
I love it when people don't have
that.
hands.
That was.
If you go to Yankee Stadium, there's a guy that does tours there. He has no hand. He has one hand.
Maybe he's Luke Skywalker.
Oh! No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, totally.
And your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna be completely straight up with you guys. It's a tie. As much as I adore Empire Strikes Back, like I would like breathe on or Kirshner's face if he was still alive. Like, dude, you made that. To me, Empire's not my favorite. It's a damn good movie,
Yeah.
but it's not my
I can get
favorite.
behind that.
For the longest time, I'm a Billy Joel fan. For the longest time, Return of the Jedi was my favorite. Which a lot of people is like, it's weak, Ewoks. I'm like, Ewoks could kill you. Anyways. But
they're not.
Personally, I think it's the one that started all. It's Empire. It's the New Hope. New Hope is probably my favorite. Alright. Now, I couldn't help but notice that I secretly have my phone open, watching us in the chat board. So what do we got? We got Catherine McNamara. Hi. That's not really a question. It's just
Hi, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine. Shout out. Hey, cool channel. Do you think that you need to watch the previous Star Wars movies to understand the new one that came out? We got answered that already. But what do you think? I mean, like, I saw it twice in the same day. What do you think?
I think it is a greater experience if you watch. You obviously don't have to, but it is. I think there were some moments in that movie where it was very, very important.
Like to know where this guy came from, where that guy.
And it's also just important to see the development of characters, because obviously characters like Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, all those a lot were in the old movie, so it's important to see how they develop.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading a question that came out of the chat board. Do you think that... Okay, so yes and no. Like, JJ made the new Star Wars, so you can go see it without seeing the old ones, but at least I recommend that you see the old ones first.
Definitely, yeah.
Personally, this is my recommendation order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because, you may be thinking, why 3? The last 30 minutes of 3. That's the only thing you need. The only thing you need is the last 30 minutes of Revenge of the Sith, and you can go on your merry way. Alright. So, a bunch of people are asking questions in the chat board. My nose got stuffed up, sorry. Let's see. We got... That was from Matt Drinovac. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Matt Drinovac. Okay. Hey, cool channel. Okay, we already asked that with Star Wars. Hi, I'm Catherine M. And why do you think that super titles have been made into a woman in her 20s instead of being a career-free 16-year-old girl? Like, Catherine, and maybe you could put in the chat board what you mean by that. Like, are you talking like Supergirl? Like, are you talking about like super titles?
I mean, for this question, I think demographics
Yeah,
may
oh,
be
yeah.
key.
I'm no genius, but that's a hell of a question. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Super titles have been made into a woman in her 20s instead of. That's a great question.
Yeah, that is a. What would you
We got 24 hours. So.
Yeah, we have a long time to answer.
Well, you have until like 5 or 6, but go ahead.
I'm not sure. I mean, really, I just look at this from the economics, boring standpoint, demographics. Yeah.
Economics.
Sorry.
This is Patrick.
But I mean, it's interesting when you see. I mean, in my opinion, a lot of writing, a lot of filmmaking is very autobiographical.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not, obviously, J.J. Abrams was not trying to tell the story of his childhood with Star Wars.
Yeah.
That would be very, very weird. But it's like, they'll work elements of personal experience in, and maybe, like, that's a critical age where something happened, or something for the archetype of a person happens. Like, it's the cusp of, adulthood, but you still have these childish instincts,
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, anything else? I mean, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would answer that. That's like a above my head question.
That's a question. That's
a brilliant question, Catherine. Just bring on any questions you want to talk about. All right, here we go. Hi, I'm Omnia E. I can't say your name. It's like El Gendi. I'm butcher names. I'm sorry.
Super Review Show is not to be trusted for names.
Hi, I'm Omnia E. And what was your favorite movie of 2015? Alright, to me it comes down to easily 2 films.
Okay, what are your...
My personal flush, 3. Comes down to 3. Kingsman: The Secret Service with Matthew Vaughn directing. It came out in February. Dare I say it was that old. What is it? Creed. The Rocky spin-off, Creed. And Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you can't even breathe. Like, I can't do it.
I'm such a sucker for popular culture. I kind of have to put Star Wars down. For reasons we will get into.
Look, honorable mentions go out to Avengers 2, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. What else did I see this year? I saw Avengers 2, Jurassic World, Terminator. Look, so many people think that Terminator Genesis sucked, okay? I had a blast with that movie. I understood. What, you hated it?
No, I didn't hate it. I was
saying it's a Terminator Genesis hater.
Ooh,
I'm just kidding.
I'm being open. We'll see.
Alright. To me, it comes down to Kingsman, which I laughed my ass off in. What was it? Creed, which was, I think it's got Oscar ability, personally. And I got Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And between those 3, I'm gonna pick. Look,
pick something that isn't Star Wars. So
I haven't been waiting for a Creed movie my whole life. I have not been waiting for Kingsman, which was a brilliant movie my whole life. I have been waiting for Star Wars for clearly. Look, a quick story. Star Wars, The Force. I've waited for Star Wars for 3 years, people. 3 years since September 2012. I've been waiting for this movie. The moment they announced it, True story. I woke up one morning. I had my iPod 4. Yes, I had an iPod 4 out on my counter, charging overnight. And I have an app at the time. I forgot the name. It was like a news app, and it says Disney buys Lucasfilm Star Wars Episode 7 coming out in 2015. And I'm like, okay. I went to school, and then I thought about it more. I'm like, wait, Star Wars is coming back. No, not Star Trek. Star Wars is coming back.
Yeah.
What the? And I started to geek out about it. I'm like, yay!
Star Wars!
Oh my god! It was fun.
Yeah. Nerd moment.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's keep going. Favorite movie of 2015, we already answered that. Hi, I'm Lee F. And what is your favorite James Bond movie? You answer this because I've only seen one James Bond movie in my entire.
What James Bond movie have you seen?
I saw the one that came out this year. I saw Spectre.
You've only ever seen Spectre?
I'm sorry. There's 25 of them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Look. Spectre was. I loved it. I took Pop to see it.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather. There's a lot of elderly people there too. Like retirement age people.
See, we might have a problem because Spectre is one of the only James Bond movies I have not seen.
You've seen all like Goldfinger, Octopussy,
yeah.
and everything. And that's the title of one of them. It's like a Roger Moore one. Okay.
Yeah, probably haven't seen those. But...
Yeah, no, I got you. But like Goldfinger, Doctor No, Skyfall.
Okay, so
Quantum
I
of
guess...
Solace.
Okay, Quantum of Solace. People are gonna kill me if I say Quantum of Solace is my favorite, but I actually really liked the ending scene with the building and the fire.
I haven't seen it
in the
yet.
middle of the desert.
You know what? Up on the wall there's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's the Dark Knight trilogy, and there's the Man of Steel collection, and there's the Batman 66 TV show. You can bet that I'm gonna get the James Bond collections and just binge for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Just like, or maybe even a week of just James Bond, alright?
Yeah.
Like, James Bond.
But other than that, James Bond, probably GoldenEye, because everyone.
Oh, I was gonna say GoldenEye. I've heard of it. I've heard about all these. I just haven't seen them.
You should see it.
Yeah, I know. Catherine M. Again, I was wondering if you ever seen Grey's Anatomy, and if so, did you like it? I'm not gonna skip over this question because I have seen one episode of Grey's Anatomy. I saw like the season finale or mid-season finale of like. I'm horrible with Grey's Anatomy. My friends watch it. My friends down the road from me watch it. Truth be told, I've seen one episode of Grey's Anatomy, and that's it. It's never really like pondered my mind, like the nursing, like the nurses and the doctors. Like I love Patrick Dempsey though. I would like him as Doctor Strange, personally.
I do not watch Grey's Anatomy, but I know it ended a while ago.
Oh, that's
but
right.
I am really obsessed with House MD.
Oh.
And I know it's not Grey's Anatomy, but it's like the doctor show. I'm sorry, but I really love House.
True story. I have a friend who actually met Dr. Oz.
Really?
Like he had like a 10-minute elevator conversation. He's like, so what do you think about like marine biology? I'm gonna make that up, but like he's like, he's like, oh yeah, like okay, have a good day. And I'm like, you met Dr. Oz? It was funny. Here we go. Grey's Anatomy got that. Hi, I'm Sophia L. What were your top 5 movies of this year? Go. I've seen 10.
I've seen.
I wanted to see 11. I missed it though. I missed Man from Uncle.
I've probably seen like 3, but
a little plug for my reviews. I've seen 10 movies this year. And I've seen 10 movies this year, and I did a review of every single one of them. You can check them out in the 2015 movie reviews on the playlist. Go ahead.
Yeah, you get out more than I do.
Well, I mean, it's like okay. If I'm gonna run down like truth be told, I saw SpongeBob, Kingsman, Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, Jurassic World, Terminator Genesis, Ant-Man. What came after Ant-Man? Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible came out earlier, but I saw it late. Mission Impossible, which is a lot of fun. The 6th, they're bringing the same crew back, which is great. Spectre, Creed, Star Wars.
Okay, so.
Yeah. How would you? I mean, you've seen 3, so you can only really do like your top 3.
Yeah, so I would say my top 3, which is the only 3 I've seen, were so I saw Jurassic World when that came out. Did that come out this year?
Yes.
Okay, good. That came out this year.
It made like $1 billion.
Yeah. I saw that in 3D. That made my eyes hurt. So that's
I
number
don't
3.
you have glasses though. I don't. And it still hurt my eyes.
Yeah, but I have to put the glasses over my glasses.
That's true. That sucks.
And that's so annoying.
That's terrible. Dude.
If you are a 3D glasses designer, please design 3D glasses for someone who wears glasses. That would be helpful.
Or maybe they should make glasses that have lenses in them. Like you take the lenses out and put 3D lenses in.
Maybe. Okay, but then after that,
I can't
Mission
imagine.
Impossible. Just because I know everyone's seen the scene, but Tom Hanks on the airplane.
Tom Cruise.
Tom
Tom Hanks.
No.
China.
No.
Oh my God! Why would you think that?
Oh.
Anyways,
dang it.
I think I said no, but you're right. That was great though. You've only seen 3. How would you rank them?
And then-
let me guess. Star Wars, Mission Impossible, and then Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's how I'd rank him.
I took a guess. Wow. Damn it. Star Wars number 1. Ant-Man. Jurassic World. Avengers 2. Kingsman.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
Are you a fan of Marvel movies? There's Fantastic Four. There's Iron Man 3. That comes from Sophia L. There's Iron Man 3. There's Fantastic Four. There's a Marvel banner right over there. Can you reach that silver case?
Yeah, sure.
This, my Sophia, is the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 collector set. It lights up. Wait.
That's it.
Wait.
Yeah, it's like flashing.
Alright. And what's in this box is the Tesseract. Win for the win. Hashtag for the win. There's also X-Men Magneto's helmets over there. Truth be told, I adore everything Marvel. I have comic books in my room, which makes me sound like a huge nerd, but whatever. We're all nerds. We all like film.
Yeah.
I love Marvel movies. Yes. Jesus. What's my favorite though? I would say my favorite, which made me cry. Yes, it made me cry. Is the Avengers. The last scene with the A zooming out was spectacular. Joss Whedon worked his buns to make that movie. So yes, I'm a fan of Marvel movies. If you can't tell, but if you could, for all of you who are watching live, if you guys could drop your favorite, favorite Marvel character, go in the chat board. Oh jeez. Listen here. Have you seen Mad Max? And if so, what do you think of it?
I have seen Mad Max. I forgot about that. I really liked Mad Max.
I didn't see Mad Max yet.
I'm
gonna buy the Blu-ray and I'm gonna binge. Okay.
I used to watch the Mel Gibson Mad Max. So.
Mel Gibson like Mad Max and Riggs from Lethal Weapon. Hi, I'm Ivan C. Have you? We already said that. With Mad Max. Hi, I'm Ivan C. What is your favorite Batman movie? Easily, hands down, no doubt about it. Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Go. Batman.
Okay. So,
if you need help, there's the Dark Knight trilogy up there, and Batman. Adam West is up there too.
okay. So, I don't know. This is something about my brain. I could never take the Adam West Batman seriously.
Pow! Biff! Biff!
No, not like as an actor. Just like
Holy likelihood.
when I saw it.
Oh yeah, I have the Batman 66 up there too.
Yeah. Alright. I think the most recent.
Hello.
Was Dark Knight 2. But
Hi.
I think after
on?
that.
Oh wait.
It was the other Dark Knight movie. So
the Dark Knight trilogy is up there. You can
sorry, my movie vocabulary.
You could say the Dark Knight trilogy is one, really.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
I really liked that scene with Two-Face. That was great.
Dude.
When he was in the truck and that was a great scene.
What upcoming movie are you most looking forward to? Hands down, Batman vs Superman, no doubt about it. No, if I had to rank if I had to take a top 3 or 4, Batman vs Superman, Deadpool, which is making me giddy over. Ghostbusters. Well, I'm really looking forward to that. I've actually wanted to build my own proton pack. Star Trek Beyond. Civil War's above Ghostbusters and Star Trek Beyond. That's my top 5 most anticipated. What I'm looking forward to. We'll get into a new section completely of what we're looking forward to in a little while. Hi, I'm Lee F. In the Hunger Games, did you think Katniss should have ended up with Gale or Peeta? You watch Hunger Games?
Yeah.
My friend's trying to get me. My friend is coming in 7 hours. He's gonna be he knows more about Hunger Games than me. But go ahead.
Okay, so I know.
I know his districts and
Yeah.
stuff, but go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know why. When I read the books, I always had this perception that Gale was so much older than Katniss, and this was like a question that was beaten around the bush a few years ago, but I still kind of see Gale as dreamy and
What?
Also, the actor who played him was very good looking. So.
Well, there's no denying. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I guess that's my answer. I guess I have to say Gale.
Alright. Hi, I'm Ivan C. Which is your favorite Lord of the Rings movie and why? Now, are we talking Lord of the Rings or are we talking Hobbit? Or are we talking all of it?
Okay, so...
Alright, look. Return of the King, Fellowship, Two Towers, Battle of the Five Armies, Smaug, and what was the first Hobbit?
I think... Unexpected Journey.
Unexpected Journey. Done. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, so Lord of the Rings, huge.
Just those three. Dude, Lord of the Rings is really one movie. It's like the Dark Knight trilogy. It's one movie.
Okay.
Like, there are hot debates between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars as the best trilogy of all time.
Okay.
I still put Star Wars, but anyways, go ahead.
I think... I don't know. I'm just... The first Lord of the Rings movie, I think the scene with the Nazgul at Weathertop was... That gave me nightmares. I just loved that. That was later, but... It was like... I always... I think Fellowship of the Ring was probably my favorite movie. And the Hobbit movies, I didn't dislike them.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. They're taking the hobbits to...
God, why?
I had to just do that.
Taking the hobbits to Isengard. That's my Orlando Bloom. I'm sorry.
It's really good. We're having too much fun this early morning. No, it's good. If you like it, we'll have more fun. Which is your favorite Fast and Furious movie and why? That comes from Paisley G. Do you watch it?
I've seen like little bits of the Fast and Furious movies.
Like, truth be told, I have a friend of mine. He's like, he goes to my high school. He's like, dude, you haven't seen any Fast and Furious. When Furious 7 came out, he's like, dude, you haven't seen any of them? Like, I have enough. I have a list of movies on here that's like longer than my phone. Like, that I would like to see. Let alone watch 7 Fast and Furious movies. They announced, what is it, 8?
Oh yeah,
and a bunch of spin-offs too, like what's Vin Diesel's character? Like a Vin Diesel character, like a Rock spin-off of it's not Riggs. I can't remember. But, like, to answer your question, no, I have not seen any Fast and Furious movies. I'm waiting to see it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a Maze Runner question. You seen Maze Runner?
My sister saw Maze Runner. And
Maze Runner Scorch Trials though.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Has Sasha seen that?
I don't think she has.
All right. Well,
sorry.
I mean, I have a friend who has. If you ask the question of Maze Runner Scorch Trials in the next 7 hours, when my other friend shows up, yeah, he'll be here. Hi, it's Matt D. From the change in directors in Star Wars movies, is there a seamlessness of its notable difference? Not really.
Really?
Like, is there is there a difference? Is there a notable difference? No. But I would say JJ did his best to mix the old with the new. What I mean by that is, like, without getting any spoilers, he shot The Force Awakens on the original cameras that they used for Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi, so he could get that feel back. Parts of it were shot in IMAX, of course. And a bunch of other stuff. I would say there's not a lot of difference.
I might have to disagree with you. I'm not going to say one is necessarily better than the other, but I definitely see a difference in the J.J. Abrams style.
Jesus.
Because I see different types of shots being taken in The Force Awakens. There were a lot of kind of lower shots that weren't so much in the originals. And I feel like the overall feel is more serious, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of heat for that, but whatever.
Have you seen Divergent at all?
I saw the first Divergent movie.
Insurgent?
I read Insurgent.
You read Insurgent. Because from I'm horrible at names. I'm sorry. Omnia E asks, what did you think of the movie Insurgent?
Okay, obviously I can't comment on the movie, but
Batman.
there was, from what I've seen, there was a very interesting psychological aspect
Right.
of that movie, and I think the book had a very interesting psychology that the movie did very well to replicate.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I didn't see it, so I can't really.
Well,
yeah.
would you say that the marketing? Would you say that the marketing showed like what you were looking for or no? I know because you didn't see it. I'm asking.
I mean, from what I saw, I think it almost showed more
Batman
than what I was thinking for that.
You're gonna love this question.
Oh.
What'd you think of the TV show House?
Oh, how?
Yeah.
Okay, so I recently learned that Hugh Laurie was British. The guy who plays House, I had no idea. He's British, and he has no accent whatsoever. But
I'm an American, but I'm British.
I love House. I have not finished House because it's so good. I refuse to finish it because once I finish it, the fun will be over, and I'll just have to watch all of the old episodes over and over again until I slowly lose my mind. And
that's how I feel about Seinfeld. Like the ending was, but you know what I mean. Like the ending to a show is it's gone, unless they do unless they're doing what X-Files is doing and revitalizing it.
Yeah.
Reviving it.
But House.
I got a good one for you. Ivan C. Which actor do you think did a better job as Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield? I think Andrew Garfield was a better Peter Parker, but Tobey Maguire was a better Spider-Man. Go.
I'm not sure how to base off. I think Andrew Garfield was actually my favorite. I just think. I don't know. It was a weird. By the way, I think Andrew Garfield looks better than. I'm sorry, but I loved him in The Social Network, so
Okay.
I was predisposed to liking Andrew Garfield. So yeah, I'm sorry for all those.
I'm saying your name horribly. I'm sorry. If I am. We'll get it. We'll get it. Omnia C. And who would you recommend the movie Jurassic World to? People that like sci-fi movies, action movies.
Who like the impending feeling of doom in them.
Who like a good thrill? Because the Jurassic World was a little scary at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, it made $1 billion. So I'm hopefully I'm not spoiling anything with the blood. The scene with the dinosaurs and the blood. Remember that? Like the Indominus Rex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I recommend it to random people on the street because I didn't see Jurassic World. Here you go.
I would.
Yeah. If I had a pile of Jurassic World Blu-rays, I'd be like, here you go. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Ivan C. again. Are you looking forward to Batman vs Superman? Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna crap my pants in the theater because we've never had Batman and Superman on the same screen before. We've never had a Batman and Superman movie, let alone versus.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm shaking already. Batman versus Superman. I would pee my pants.
Yeah.
I've only peed my pants no movies, so I won't have to see what I get.
I'm looking forward to that because Keith David did, I think, a voice with something like that.
You didn't see Insurgent? Did you see Whiplash?
I did. Oh, wait, did that come out this year?
Last year?
I think Whiplash must have. Oh my god.
Which movie do you think Miles Teller did a better job in? Insurgent or Whiplash?
Whiplash. Whiplash.
Done.
I think that's hands down one of the greatest movies of all time. I think it was so. I know it's not a very that's a bold decision to make.
It's a big decision, dude.
But dude, I mean, I'm a musician, and I
know.
loved that movie.
He plays the cello, right?
He plays drums.
Oh, drums. So you play the cello. You have your cello downstairs. Favorite Hunger Games movie? Go.
First one, the Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games. By the Hunger Games. Lee F, did you prefer Pitch Perfect 1 or 2?
One.
1.
I
I like Pitch Perfect 2. Pitch Perfect 1, I practically was, what was it, Jesse? I practically am Jesse in that movie. Because I got Breakfast Club's over there too, by the way. Are you looking forward to Allegiant, the last Divergent movie that's from Omnia E?
I'm going to have to catch up on the other Divergent movies, but I think I'm feeling...
Is Allegiant is part 1?
Is it being made into 2 parts?
Well,
now?
that's what Lionsgate does. They split movies in half. They split books in half. Like Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah, but... Okay, so something about relating Divergent to the Hunger Games, I think everyone draws parallels, but I think the move of splitting a movie into more than it can be is very dicey, and it's not always a good move. Hobbit, but I'm sorry. I'll have to see it. I'll have to see the others, but only reading up to the end of Insurgent and seeing Divergent, I actually think I might want to revisit that. I gotta put that on my movie list. I gotta make a movie list.
I have a lot. Lee F in the chat board saying, and do you think that Shailene Woodley portrays Triss in Divergent series well? Shailene Woodley.
Okay.
She was going to be Mary Jane in Spider-Man, but they took her out.
So, I think it took me a very long time to like the character of Triss.
Yeah, I agree.
I started reading the book a very long time ago, and I was disappointed in her decisions. I was like a fancy elitist little boy when I started reading it, so of course I wanted her to go to Erudite instead of Dauntless, but I think by the time I reached the middle of Divergent, I had kind of developed a liking for her character, and so I guess she does, yes. I like the way she's portrayed.
Paisley G in the chat board, what's your favorite character in Star Wars?
Okay.
Han Solo, go.
Really?
Dude!
Obviously that's...
There's another question here regarding, like, Harrison... I'll get to it.
Okay, so... Darth Vader.
Oh.
Darth Vader.
Like, without the prequels, do you think they explained him enough?
I think we see enough of Darth Vader.
We don't need to see Jake Lloyd going, yippee! You know? Anyways. Ivan C., who is your favorite character from The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit?
Aragorn.
Who is, I can't remember his name. Ian McKellen's character.
Gandalf.
Gandalf
was also very... Ian McKellen was also very good.
Wait. Gandalf the Great. Which is your favorite Iron Man movie and why? Alright, we're gonna skip Iron Man 2. Oh. Hello? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Iron Man movies. I think I've only seen the first one and the third one, which is good.
That's fine.
But
me and my cousin are here. We're starting.
I liked the third one actually.
Just come whenever you're ready. Okay.
I'm not sure. The first one, it took me a little bit to get into. When I saw it, I was not
I'll see you then, okay?
fully indoctrinated into the Marvel universe, so that's what happens.
Come whenever.
But I think the third one.
Oh, right.
I would have to say the third one.
Sorry about that, folks.
I've seen it more recently though, so maybe that's.
Sorry about the call, folks. We had another guest on the way. All right, my favorite Iron Man movie. Iron Man 1.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of history that goes into it, and there's also a lot of it launched the MCU.
That's good. That's a good point, and I may have been forgetting that, but
there would be no Iron Man. There would be no Avengers without Iron Man.
Okay, that's definitely true.
Yes.
But I still think I'm gonna stand by my decision.
Which trilogy is better with Harrison Ford, Star Wars or Indiana Jones?
Star Wars. I think Star Wars. I can say that definitively. Okay, yeah. Indiana Jones is great.
No. Han Solo is a supporting character.
That's true.
Indiana Jones is a title character. Like, there's no Luke Skywalker. There's no Han Solo. It's Star Wars. It's Indiana Jones is Harrison Ford.
Mm.
He's in talks for a fifth one. The way you said that was great.
I'm sorry.
Can you name all the people that played Batman? Go.
You probably can. I can't.
All right. Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck. All right. That was from Matt D. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie from Lee F? All the Harry Potter movies are right over there, the little above his head right here. See that?
Okay.
That's the Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I've always enjoyed Deathly Hallows.
I saw that again recently.
Yeah, I was doing that on ABC Family. I really, the one that got me into it was actually Chamber of Secrets. It was good.
I've been thinking about that one.
Also, I do enjoy some Half-Blood Prince.
I actually really liked the
Order of the
Half-Blood.
Phoenix. Oh, whatever. I mean,
Order of the Phoenix.
the Goblet of Fire. There's other schools. It's a tournament, whatever.
I did, however, like Goblet of Fire. I thought that was one of my favorites. I have this obsession with certain scenes in movies. The scene where we see Voldemort come back, that was just...
Oh, okay.
That was amazing.
Hold on. Alright, who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
Hermione. Sorry. I love Emma Watson. She's amazing. She's a fantastic human being.
Harry Potter character. Oh my god. Probably Snape.
Oh, okay.
There, give me that.
I can give you that.
Thank you. Yeah. If I'm saying it right. Because she put her name in. She put her name in the chat board. Which is hot. I'm assuming you meant. I'm assuming you meant not your favorite Thor movie. Which is a hot favorite. Wait, what do you mean? Like again, which is? I'm not sure. It says which is hot favorite Thor movie.
Okay, my favorite Thor.
I'm assuming you may not, but I'm just gonna say my favorite. Okay, my favorite Thor movie out of the two, which is the third one looks great because it's got the Hulk in it. Is I'll get into that in a sec. Favorite Thor movie, probably the first one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
Truth be told, I mean, like it's a really fun movie.
I mean, I have this fascination with ancient religions, so obviously the whole character of Thor really appeals to me.
Right. By the way, it's pronounced Aya. Yeah, how do you say it?
Got it. Okay.
Right there.
Amnaya.
Thank you.
If we butchered that again,
You can speak Russian.
I'm so sorry.
All right.
I can say I don't speak
What
Russian.
is your favorite comedy? Is what she's asking.
Ooh, favorite comedy.
Airplane. If you have not seen Airplane, just get out of the chat board right now and go binge watch Airplane.
Borat is
Oh!
by far, I think, one of the most amazing
Borat is
and
so
clever comedies ever.
I swear to God, Airplane's over there. What else do I have? Ghostbusters is a comedy.
I guess so, yeah.
Do I have? Evil Dead's funny. It's not that funny though. Do I have? Do I have Jaws? No, I have
Jaws, I actually think, has become a comedy because I like watching the
I'm gonna
plastic shark go.
I'm gonna punch you because Jaws is an incredible film.
I'm sorry.
So, all right, this is a question regarding Kylo Ren. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Okay.
Oh wait,
I love Adam Driver
skipped one by mistake.
as Kylo Ren. I think now I've heard some things that he is a weak bad guy.
Whoa!
Mhm.
Spoilers. That's all.
Okay, so sorry, but I'm just hearing some things.
Well, he's holding a red lightsaber. It's okay.
I think his character is very nuanced, and it takes a little bit of understanding. But I really like how he's full of rage, and I think that rage makes him easily relatable because we've all felt that moment when we just like want to break the computer, like
There's also
punch a wall.
There's also a scene in The Force Awakens, which I'm not going to tell you, but there's a scene that he's in front of something. Do you remember that scene?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Scene.
Oh, I think I peed.
Yeah. If we're talking about the same scene, let's just say that you know how Darth Vader had a habit of like trying to kill his officers and all that. Well, Kylo Ren tries to continue that.
All right. What's your favorite Star Wars scene? Oh, wait, before we answer that, I missed one. did you prefer the earlier or later seasons of Glee?
I haven't seen that much Glee.
I don't really watch that
So-
much Glee. I mean, like the prevailing theory is that like I watch movies, you watch movies. I don't really watch that much TV.
I watch.
I watch. Netflix is a different story. I watch television wise. I watch The Flash and a little bit of Arrow.
I hear good things about the Flash, but
Facebook post in the Super
Glee.
Review Show. Truth be told, didn't really watch Glee. So, what's
I
your favorite
played music from Glee.
What's your favorite Star Wars scene?
I think the elephant in the room is the "No, I am your father," but I'm going to go with
That might be my favorite scene of all time.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with at the end of Episode 6 when
my
we
God.
just see Luke go ham on Darth Vader, and I think because that was so, and the music at that scene, I just thought that was amazing.
We have like 10 questions
Oh my!
on Facebook.
What's
Give me a sec. We're gonna take a break for the chat board questions,
Yeah.
so just keep dropping your comments in there for now. Sarah B left like 10 questions on Facebook.
We will now answer those as much as we can.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Is the new Star Wars movie worth paying for?
Yes.
Yes. What do you think about The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio coming out? Looks great.
I actually would like to see it.
I would like to see it too. Grey's Anatomy or House better?
House. I mean, I haven't seen that much Grey's Anatomy, but I
Just
Jennifer Morrison's also great.
Just because I've seen it, Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Do you think Grey's Anatomy or House that's a good question. Do you think Grey's Anatomy or House are at all medically accurate?
Not all the time.
Well, yeah, like
Not all the time.
you could say that X-Files is not like accurate with the government.
That's true, but
So
I feel like with a medical show, after you watch it, you feel like you're a doctor. So.
what movies do you think will be the best in 2016? Batman vs Superman, Deadpool, Captain America: Civil War, Doctor Strange, and Ghostbusters. Done.
Yeah.
Do you think Jurassic World is better than the old Jurassic movies? Jurassic Park is still better.
Yep.
Jurassic World is a step up from Jurassic Park 3. Yeah. Is Big Bang Theory losing its appeal/interest?
Well, you're far more qualified to answer this than I am.
Well, clearly, like the thing with the Big Bang Theory is, no, I'm just kidding. My one fear of Big Bang Theory is that it's dragging out too far. Like, they should have. My thing is, this is the season 10. They should be ending it with Howard, with Leonard and Penny. They're married, obviously now. Spoilers for you. And Sheldon and Amy recently kissed, so I think this is the last season. But I think with Chuck Lorre, who created it, I think he's got enough on his plate saying, look, we can end it here and we'll be happy with it. Like you got to end it with Sheldon getting married.
Yeah.
That's how you end it. That's perfect.
Please do.
With a culinar,
Yeah.
with a Star Trek wedding,
Yeah, probably.
like easily, like, and there's like lightsabers as like. I now pronounce you husband and wife with a lightsaber. All right. Is the new James Bond movie worth watching, or is it a dead series? No, it's a thriving series. Skyfall made $1 billion, and also, is it a dead series? No. Yes, it is worth watching though. I recommend it.
I found the question of if movies are worth watching.
It's the James Bond movie.
Yeah. I always think, oh, I'm gonna hate this, but then I watch it and I like it, even if it's not a great movie. I know Spectre. I've heard friends have seen it. They've said
I love
it was Really?
I loved it.
All right.
What? Maybe because it was my first Bond movie.
Maybe.
What is your opinion on The Walking Dead? Now, movies or comic books? There's just two things. Let's start from a comic book. I think it's one of the best shows on TV, even though I don't watch it. I've heard a lot of great things.
I like Walking Dead. I'm not caught up by any means,
by
so.
no means do I watch it. I would have to start from the day one beginning. What is your favorite example, mostly of a historically accurate movie? Like a period piece, maybe, or like a historical movie.
The Imitation Game. That was a great movie.
Ooh, I
with
would not have said
Cumberbatch. I thought the story of Turing, that was absolutely amazing. And it was sad, but it was so,
historical
it was
movie.
very
Historical.
in some places.
Historical.
I'm gonna try to think of other historical movies.
I was about to say like Rocky. Rocky 1.
Maybe you could. Okay.
Like before,
Alright.
before Rocky 2 existed and before the rest of them existed. Think about that. Oh no! First Blood. Think about it. It's more of a human drama than anything.
All right. What else have we got?
I mean, that's my thing.
Cool. Oh,
Oh, the chat board must be exploding by now. Hold on, let's see. Let's go live. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Favorite actress or actor? Who's my favorite? Ben Affleck.
that's a good.
Actress-wise, probably Emma Watson.
Yep. Actress Emma Watson.
Harry Potter.
Actor. Yeah.
DiCaprio.
No, not DiCaprio. Sorry.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Benedict Cumberbatch. Matt Smith.
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Tennant. David Tennant. David Tennant. Sorry, this is gonna turn.
In Harry Potter, this comes from Lee F. In Harry Potter, do you think Snape dying to save Harry justifies him bullying Harry throughout the books? Yes, because it was basically his way of saying, like, I'm sorry, I apologize for everything I've done, and I'm saving your life.
I think. I'm not sure if it was justified, but it needed to happen because it needed to show that he was willing all this time to give up everything for this boy. And I think that last scene where he's alive
Yes.
was kind of, you did your duty for Queen and Country.
Paisley G in the chat board says, who is your favorite Jaws character and why?
The shark.
I was about to say the shark too. I was going to say the shark too.
I'm sorry.
No, Quint.
Yeah, okay.
One of the best scenes in the movie is like him just the camera on his face telling the story about the Indianapolis.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
I love sharks.
Hi, I'm Luke Z. Glad you could join us. My question is, which do you prefer, Avengers or Avengers Age of Ultron? Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers. I think.
Avengers 2 is spectacular, but Avengers has a special feeling to it. If you know what I mean, for those of you who saw it in the theaters.
The concept of the Dream Team is always very interesting.
Team is great.
Of course, they continue that.
JLA 2017, hello. Hi, I'm Ryan, and do you guys have a favorite film music composer? John Williams. Hans Zimmer.
Oh, John Williams definitely.
Michael Giacchino.
Oh.
You're like, oh my god.
I have to say John Williams now.
Like, he's a god.
Just because
He is a god.
what he did for Schindler's List.
Oh my god. Like, what he did for, like,
Oh, that
like,
was
you could
beautiful.
whistle, you could walk down the street whistling his
Oh,
tunes.
And then people would, yeah.
From Omnia in the chat. Is there anything you did not like about Star Wars?
Okay, this new Star Wars.
No.
Okay, one thing I
What
do
was
have
that
to say is Rey. Rey's force sensitivity has been a big issue for a lot of people.
Oh.
She develops far too quickly. Now, there may be a reason behind this, because
It's just fine.
as many of you have noticed, in the title, there's like something that may look like a typo. But it says like Leia is going to help her brother, gonna find her brother Luke. But there's a grammar thing. And it reveals something. Go look it up. I can't say anything. Go look it up. Its implications are deadly. Really, it's like a thing. But I think it took Luke so long to even be competent in using the Force. Like in Episode 5, he could barely do anything. And Rey, who has never really had formal combat, can just do Jedi mind tricks really quickly. Maybe there's a reason behind it, but that was a big issue for me, I think. But other than that, I really did like
I got a
it.
great question for you. Two great questions. One is from Luke Z. He says, "My question is, what is your opinion on Pokemon?"
I don't know that much about Pokemon, but
I know
have
nothing. That's
lots of friends who
I'm
are
asking
very
you,
crazy
that's why.
about Pokemon.
I know nothing.
Pokemans. I know lots of people who love them very much.
Oh, this is some good questions. What is your opinion? This is one of my subscribers. It's from the TF2 guy. What is your opinion of 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick?
I loved it.
I gave it a 10. Look, I'm telling you right now. Like, it's one of those movies that it's 2 hours. It's a very slow pace. It can get boring, but if you understand, I was glued the moment I first saw it. Glued to the screen. My eyeballs had glue sticks on them. So they made a sequel called 2010, and there's another guy in the chat board said, like, hey, what do you think about 2010? Like, I'm gonna answer 2 questions in one with that same guy. 2010 was more of a speech-filled movie. 2001 was more of an Odyssey epic. What I mean by Odyssey, he really explored humanity's origins. It was spectacular. I highly recommend it for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah. Something needs to be said for slow-paced movies. I think they're amazing.
Lee F., what do you think your favorite character? What do you think of Gossip Girl? Did we watch Gossip Girl?
No, I've probably seen Gossip Girl, but I don't remember anything about Gossip Girl. No, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Luke Z, my question is, who's your favorite character in Avengers Age of Ultron? Vision. Vision is my favorite character in Avengers Age of Ultron. They did not push his marketing, and he was the best character in that movie.
I'm not sure I can.
Next to like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
I love Quicksilver.
He's so fast. Luke Z, my question is, what is your all-time favorite movie and why? Yeah, we're gonna have to get back to that. That's like a 10-20 minute conversation.
Unfortunately, movies have defined my life, so.
Same here. Look behind you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, you think movies don't shape countless hours of spent?
My favorite all-time movie? Oh my god, that's like asking me what my favorite food is, which is hard enough. Star Wars: New Hope.
I can't answer this question. This question is just too.
For you, it may be Empire Strikes Back, but TF2 guy, we already addressed the 2010 one. Which Omnia E in the chat board says, which Star Wars movie did you relate to the most? Star Wars. It's about a boy getting out into the world.
Okay, so the thing is about Star Wars. Star Wars follows, there's a very popular book called The Hero with 1,000 Faces, which basically just explains how all these heroes is just like the same person going through this journey and then going to this underworld where they meet their worst nightmare and then they come out of it and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker is that hero. He adds another face to that. It's a great thing, but I think the one I could relate to most now, and this is going to be the death of everything.
Oh jeez, don't do it.
I'm sorry everybody, but the first movie I saw in theaters for Star Wars was in fact Revenge of the Sith.
Get out!
And I'm sorry, but I relate to that one most because yes, I know a lot of people hate it. I hate some of the acting too, but I feel like it was not the actors' faults. Okay. If you listen to some of the interviews,
it's a great story. It was executed poorly.
Yeah, I'm sorry everybody, but I just Hayden Christensen.
Stop talking.
I'm sorry.
Do you think it was a good move? Matt D in the chat board says, do you think it was a good move for Disney to buy out Star Wars? Yes, so we got more Star Wars movies. And more books, comic books, everything.
When I first heard it, I thought we were going to get Star Wars with, like, Donald Duck. But, yeah, but, I'm happy. I'm happy with the end results as of now.
Also, I got another question for you. Also, speaking of Stanley Kubrick, this guy's good. What film by this director do you like the most? 2001, Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, Doctor Strange.
Clockwork Orange, hands down.
Alright,
that is an amazing
You look like you're about to beat me up for a second.
That's a great movie. Great book. I think it's one of my favorite books ever. It's very good.
Confession, I want to see Full Metal Jacket so bad. I want to see The Shining. I heard that was really good. What is your opinion of The Walk from TF2 guy? That's the new Jordan goes to Gordon Levitt across the Twin Towers.
Oh, I've read a lot about it.
I read a lot. I didn't see a lot of marketing for it much, dude.
I've not, I don't know that much about it, but I was very fascinated with the man who walked between the towers. I thought that was always an interesting story that got the young brains jostled and all that. But I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't really know that movie too well.
Which movie could you watch? This is from Omnia again. Which not Omnia. E. Which movie could you watch a million times and never get sick of? Star Trek 2009.
Really?
I watched the movie like 10 times in like 5 days. Because I watched it once, I'm like, this is great. Watch it again. And I didn't lose the same feeling. I had the same exact feeling. Now, Star Wars A New Hope, I could watch again and again and again and again and again and again and again. But 2009, I don't know what it is. JJ just made that movie like you could watch it a million times and you won't be bored.
I guess.
Right?
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I just
Into
think...
Darkness could be a little different though. That's my only thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So yeah, that's what I could watch a million times. Hi, I'm Paisley G. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Have you ever seen any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Yeah.
If so, what'd you think?
I've
I've seen the first one, the fourth one. I think I've seen the third one.
Okay, now I might be really wrong, but I think Orlando Bloom is in one of those.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
So Jonathan was like,
Yeah. I like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I was actually kind of...
Time check.
Yeah.
1 hour and 20. We got like 40 minutes until we go to the next part. We can take a break. Pirates of the Caribbean, you like it? You dig it?
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're like, what?
I like... sorry.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I definitely
Arr!
like it.
Captain Jack Sparrow. Pirates of the Caribbean shared universe.
Alright. Okay. Sure.
Oh, jeez. We already asked that with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Ryan M. Ryan, I'm gonna actually have a confession. I don't. All movies are opinion, but he says many people hate the Star Wars prequels, but I love them. What are your thoughts?
Like we said earlier,
Go ahead. I'll join in a second.
good... To some extent, they had great concepts, but they were executed poorly.
Yeah.
I think...
In our opinion. I mean, your opinion is no more valid than ours.
I mean, if you think they're great, good for you. I don't... you have an opinion that can be defended. I can't, like, really rob you of your opinion. I'm just gonna say, I'm with you, man, on... I really did like episode 3.
I thought episode 3 was good.
I can understand why a lot of people hate it, but the thing is, I think... I'm a big sucker for music. I think there was this one scene in episode 3 when Anakin is just, like, looking out the window, and he's, like, feeling really depressed, and he's, like, feeling the voice of Darth Sidious within him.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I just think a lot of what we would call bad acting, I think is kind of, like, shows the extent to which the dark side has corrupted this guy. It's totally unintentional, but I think it's, like, it's almost intentional.
Oh, wow.
It's unintentional. Gosh, that's weird.
That's fine.
Not intentional, but it adds something. It adds a layer of sorrow, and it's a tragedy. I think it's a tragedy, and that's something different than the hero stories.
This question made me smile. Exactly. I'm part Paisley G. That's not the next one. What is your favorite X-Men movie and why? X-Men Days of Future Past, baby.
Yeah.
Ugh. Because that one, it did so much while telling a great story. Bryan Singer basically said, F you, Ratner, F you, Matthew Vaughn, which I love Matthew Vaughn. He directed Kingsman. And Kick-Ass. But, like,
Great movie.
he brought back a franchise that, to a lot of people, was falling off the radar, so he brought everything back. He brought back Wolverine. He brought back Storm. He brought back Professor X. He brought back all the old cast with the new cast. Made it a perfect movie. The script was so good, and he fixed the X-Men franchise's continuity errors. Like, for those of you who don't know, X-Men 3, Professor X is walking, but in X-Men First Class, later down the line, he lost his legs. So, like, wait, that makes no sense. But then, in this movie, in the 70s, he fixed that by saying, look, Beast made an injection so he could walk, but he loses his mind, his ability for telekinesis. He did all that in the script, and he made a kick-ass movie. If you've not seen Days of Future Past, do yourself a goddamn favor and see Days of Future Past. I don't mean to swear, but that's just me.
I just like Patrick Stewart. He's
He's Picard on Star Trek. You answer this, and I answer first. What's your favorite Predator movie? Predator 1987 or Predator 2 with 1980 with Danny Glover?
I like the first Predator movie.
That's a trick question.
I just recently watched it again.
Look,
and
I can go get Danny Glover's autograph out of my room right now. I met him at Comic-Con.
Okay. So
Predator is one of my all-time favorite movies. Predator 2 is not as bad as people make it out to be. Like in my humble opinion, like some people think it's trash, but if you watch it, I watched it for the first time like IFC or whatever, like whatever that channel is, they don't cut out all the language and they don't cut out all the blood.
yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, you know what? Damn, that was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, like Danny Glover, he was great. I saw him in Lethal Weapon too. I'm like, yeah, this guy's good. And then I got his autograph. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Predator, all the way, every day, let's do this. Hi, it's Paisley G again. I just put the again in there, don't worry. What's your favorite mission? Which Mission Impossible is your favorite movie?
Okay.
Truth be told, I have all of them up there behind Jurassic World. I've seen 1 and I've seen 5. I have to catch up. What about you? And my favorite, though, I think might be Rogue Nation, the most recent one.
I'm not sure I can answer this. I liked certain things about Rogue Nation.
Dude, I love Rogue Nation.
I think it was very kind of quirky Mission Impossible. I liked that part.
Well, it's funny because Christopher McQuarrie actually directed it.
Oh.
The director of, the writer of Edge of Tomorrow. So.
I mean, I'm not sure. I actually, truth be told, I was not a huge fan of the Mission Impossible movies when I was little, but I've earned a respect for them. I think I can.
I love Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I love Tom Cruise. I also love Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Tom Hanks. I'm on the set of a plane. All right, we got another question here from Paisley. Guys, keep the questions coming. We're gonna be here for the next 24 hours, guys. Which Spider-Man movie is the best and why? Now, a little bit of a thing. You could have your opinion of the best. I have my opinion of the best. The way I would rank all 5, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire combined, is Spider-Man 2 with Sam Raimi.
Okay.
Mark Webb's The Amazing Spider-Man. The first one. Spider-Man from 2002 with Sam Raimi again. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And Spider-Man 3 as the least.
Oh, okay. Good. I thought we were
Yeah,
going...
Spider-Man 3 is number 1, guys.
Yeah, I thought we were going in order.
No, we're going like best to
I
worst.
thought we were going 5
How's
to
that list?
1, but nah.
Do you dig it?
I'm insufficiently knowledge about Spider-Man to disagree with you, so I have to agree with you. Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, keep the questions coming. We're going to be here. Who's your favorite character in Fantastic Four and why? From Paisley G. Well, let's put it this way. All 3 Fantastic Four movies sucked. Yeah, I didn't even see the new one. I read the reviews and I looked at all like the people coming out of it saying that was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. Who's my favorite character in Fantastic Four? Probably the Thing or the Human Torch because he can fly. One of those two, Thing and Human Torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Human Torch.
Just for the flying factor.
I think the idea of an immolated person is kind of interesting. Like an immolated
He's on
person.
fire.
Yeah.
He's literally on fire. What the heck? I just can't. Hey guys, I just got to notice like we've gained 3 subscribers in the past probably hour.
How much?
Since I had 51 subscribers this morning, now I have 54.
Woo!
You guys are awesome. Keep it going. Feel free to subscribe to the Super Review Show and keep it awesome, guys. We love all of us. We're gonna be here for like 24 hours answering questions. So, yeah. And he's gonna be here. We're gonna be. Basically. Also, this just a reminder. We're doing this as a kickoff for 2016. This is our way of saying thank you for being a part of the Super Review Show. We're going to ask you as many of your questions as possible. Feel free to subscribe to the Super Review Show's YouTube channel for everything up to date in the world of movies and TV shows alike. So, this is your first time on.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
that'll be
How we doing? We're on an hour and 29 minutes in.
cool.
So let's see. What else can we do? I mean, there's not really much sort to do. We were just answering questions. Why don't you run down your top 5 most anticipated films next year? What?
Let's see.
Uh,
could you pull up a list of some movies?
I can list you like 12.
Yeah, and I'll shout out.
Deadpool, Batman vs Superman. I got a question for you. Deadpool, Batman vs Superman. Deadpool, Batman vs Superman. Captain America: Civil War. I'm just thinking about anything that I know of. X-Men: Apocalypse, Ghostbusters, Star Trek 3. I'm looking forward to Star Trek 3 a lot.
Yeah, I would have to say Star Trek 3 because after I saw, although I didn't particularly think it was the greatest movie ever, after I saw Into Darkness, I had a rekindling of my love of Star Trek, and so
They totally remade Wrath of Khan though. It's okay.
yeah.
I got 3 questions. I got 3 new questions for you. I'm Ryan M. Are you hoping for an Ant-Man sequel? Guess what? There is an Ant-Man sequel coming out in 2018 called Ant-Man and the Wasp. Peyton Reed is rumored to word has it that he's going to return. Paul Rudd is going to return. Michael Douglas, Evangeline Lilly is going to be the Wasp, from what I understand. Those of you who saw the post-credit scene. Spoilers.
Just like I said, I think Ant-Man looks a lot like
Batman.
Yeah. No, the guy. I read the book, The Martian.
Oh,
He got like the close-up images of Ant-Man kind of look like close-up images of. He's not Chris Pine. He's Matt Damon. Matt Damon. I'm sorry, I get Chris Pine and Matt
Chris
Damon
Pine.
confused.
Captain
sometimes.
Kirk and Matt Damon. Come on, guys. So yes, there's an Ant-Man sequel on the way. I did a video about it, about the news of that on the channel. Okay. TF2 guy in the chat board says, if you've seen any of the 3 films I'm going to mention, which is the best war movie ever made? Saving Private Ryan, The Dirty Dozen, or MASH? Saving
Private Ryan.
Saving effing Private Ryan. That was spectacular. I mean, Spielberg. That's all you have to say. And people are like,
I guess so. I guess.
Hold on. So yes, I would say Saving Private Ryan, TF2. Hi, I'm Pasty G. What is your favorite action movie? At the moment, it's Lethal Weapon. Typically, I say Terminator 2. Or I also say I haven't seen any Die Hards yet, so I can't say that. Like what else? What do I got over there? I got Mission Impossible, Commando, Rambo. Jeez, there's too many others. Aliens, Predator, Predator 2, Predators, Harry Potter. No, I'm just kidding. Terminator, Matrix, action movie.
Ooh, yeah. That's one film that's
Favorite action movie of all time. All right, I'm gonna say Terminator 2.
Excluding movies that I think are just generally good movies, I really like The Matrix.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
I
I put Matrix second best right there. Matt D again. Who do you think had the best portrayal of Batman? And he also says, who would you like to see play Batman? Like after Ben Affleck or Ben Affleck?
After that.
I don't think because Ben Affleck's gonna be it for a while, dude. Because like the difference between the Christian Bale Batman movies and the Ben Affleck movies is Batman is not gonna be in the universe with Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. He's gonna be in that universe, and we're gonna have that Batman for like the next probably 10, 15 years before they replace him. So the best portrayal though, maybe Michael Keaton. It comes out, but for me, it comes down to Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. Those two easily. Adam West. No, I'm just kidding. You're like no.
Yeah.
Adam West might be my like down there. He's so campy.
Yeah, I think that's the best word to describe how I felt about. I mean, I was
So we got
fancy.
best show about Michael Keaton. He's always had a special place in my heart. Who would like to see play Batman? Ben Affleck. Um, Hi, Ryan M here. What are your expectations for the new Frankenstein? I was not aware that there's a new Frankenstein. Oh wait, isn't that is it with James McAvoy? If you could drop it in the chat board, that'd be good.
Don't.
Because there's one with James McAvoy.
That's isn't
Victor Frankenstein?
wasn't that really old? Wasn't that Young Frankenstein with Mel Brooks? Wasn't it Mel Brooks?
No.
If it was not Mel Brooks, I'm really dead.
It's the Frankenstein's been done over and over. But like
Who's that guy who played Willy Wonka in the first movie?
you mean like the non-Johnny Depp one?
Yeah, the non-Johnny Depp.
I know that actor. I don't know his name.
I feel like he was.
He's been a lot everywhere.
He was the guy who was. Okay, I'm gonna. My movie knowledge is getting kind of twisted, so I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait
New
and see.
Frankenstein. Man, I gotta look this one up.
Yeah.
I was not up to date on that. Man, I gotta think about that.
Gotta reevaluate.
Oh Jesus, this is gonna be a conversation starter.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Alex P. You spelled your name really weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's Aleks.
Cool.
Alex.
Like that.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm not trying to pick out your name. I'm just saying it's a little hard to say for me. I was wondering, Marvel or DC?
Okay.
All right, let's go. Marvel, DC. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What do you think? Oh my God, this is tough.
This is.
Marvel or well, it's a matter of preference.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like look around and
There.
think. Like, okay, I'm gonna look at this.
Marvel or Star Wars? No, Marvel or DC? Well, are you talking? Are you, Alex? I mean, are you talking about movies? Are you talking about like in general? Because movie-wise, Marvel's got the lead.
True.
Movie-wise, DC, if Batman vs Superman is great, they'll catch up to Marvel even. Just like that. It'll be like that.
I have to say DC, just because I closer. I think more about like Batman than I think about a lot of the Marvel characters.
Yeah, I have to go with it.
I feel
I love both, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably choose DC.
Oh, okay.
Because you have the two most iconic superheroes in the planet in your pantheon.
I guess that's true.
If Superman and Batman.
To be honest, I was actually never a huge Superman fan because I feel like
If you tell Jerry Seinfeld that, he'll whack you in the head.
I'm sorry, Jerry Seinfeld, but Superman I feel like is a story of a perfect dude who comes to an imperfect world and then
Fixes everything.
and like fixes everything for people. It's like it just seems kind of childish. I really like Batman because I feel like he's this broken dude.
I don't mean to be savage, Alex P. I'm sorry. It's just like I'm sorry. He put a crying face. I'm sorry.
Aw, I'm sorry. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Like we love Marvel. We adore everything Marvel has done.
I met a guy who looked exactly like Robert Downey Jr.
I am Robert Downey Jr.
Really? I'm not really sure about that.
Oh no, he was talking about the universe, like comic book wise.
Oh.
Like call it universe. That is another question came in. Which movie of 2015 has the best visual effects that could win an Oscar? Jurassic World, Mad Max, Fury Road, The Martian, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, or The Walk? Jurassic World.
Maybe. For visual effects,
VFX.
I feel like I don't want to put Star Wars in this category because
I mean,
Star Wars.
It's gonna be in there.
It's gonna be there, obviously, but I feel like Star Wars is defined very strongly by its visual effects.
Hey, look, you look at the poster, you see visual effects.
Yeah. Maybe Star Wars, because of that one. There's this one scene where can I say it's not really a huge spoiler. It's just.
If it's a spoiler, no.
It's like Ren freezes a laser with the Force and keeps it there.
What is wrong? Why are you?
And it's so cool.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Fine. Just don't. No more spoilers.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm Sarah. Hi, I'm Sarah A. And I was wondering, besides the ratings, what do you think would be the number one movie in the world would be? Besides ratings. That is like I don't know how you would answer. How would you answer that?
Oh. Maybe movie that has been most influential
Star Wars.
on me.
On everyone. Star Wars.
I'm going to be selfish and say only on me. I think the most influential movies I've ever seen. I have to say movies because I can't include one without the other. Star Wars and Lord of the Rings have always been
I'm
huge influences on me. So
it's a pretty big one right there, dude.
yeah, I know I probably just encompassed like half of all. Like,
Humanity's gonna come after you now.
Yeah.
Totally. All right. I don't know. There's no more questions popping in the chat board. I mean, just gotta take your time, no rush. I mean, what do you think? Oh, by the way, we're almost at a 2-hour mark. After this, we're gonna take like our first 10-minute break, 10-15-minute break.
Yeah, sure.
Like we'll take like a 10-20-minute break, and we'll be right back for part 2 of the Super Review Show. 24-hour live stream kicking off 2016, guys. So we'll be back in about like 30 minutes. We're gonna have
30. Some.
when we're back on, back on a little bit. We're almost at 2 hours. So when we get to like 2 hours, we'll cut it. Okay. I hope you guys are okay with that. So just keep coming in the questions. Drop whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat board. I mean, the chat board. Say things like, I don't know. I like the character Daredevil on Netflix. And like we'll talk about anything really. And like, you know what? You really want to make us talk, bring up the conversation of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. How Warner Brothers got an underwear model actor, an underwear model to play the most iconic superhero ever, and we'll like do like a 30-minute rant on it. Yeah. The thing about how bad that is, though, that's terrible. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, what do you want to talk about for a little while?
I'm not sure. Okay, so what have we discussed so far? We discussed lots of Star Wars, lots of.
Oh, here's a behind-the-scenes question. Mm-hmm. What movies did you see from Sophia L? What movies did you see opening night? Oh, in this year.
I saw Star Wars opening night.
Star Wars opening day twice.
I don't think I could do that.
I did it with my school. My BOCES class. We went on a field trip.
Wow.
Opening night. Avengers 2. Jurassic World. Terminator. Ant-Man. Kingsman. SpongeBob. Spectre was a little... No, I saw Spectre on November 6th. Creed.
So basically, it's almost all of the movies
Pretty much all
this year.
Except for Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is the only one I did not see. Opening night. Oh my god. Oh my god. People are coming. Like, hey, Ian, guess what? Chicken butt. Who's Something Fishy 101?
Oh my god. Hey! Yeah.
Great
job.
Shout out to Something Fishy 101 for knowing my cousin Ian. Hi, I'm Ryan. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Deadpool 11?
7.5.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not that excited?
Well, I mean, I'm excited, but I'm not like overly excited. It takes a lot to get me like overly excited.
Your friend Chase says hi.
Cool. Hello.
Shout out to Chase. Chase, welcome to the Super Review Show's live stream. Hi, I'm Dorothea C. Did you watch the new Star Wars movie and did you like it? Yes.
Did watch the new Star Wars movie
and we
like it.
Hi, I'm Sophia Ellen. What's your favorite movie genre? I like this one. Sci-fi fantasy.
Anything depressing and sad. Because that's...
Well, you're a bucket of joy, aren't you?
Yeah, I know I am. Sorry, I just hate... Like, happy movie, like...
Your buddy's trying to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm a race.
Chase, you can talk to me. It's okay. I'm on the chat board. You know, Dorothea C. Did you see the Notebook and did you like it? Yes, I saw the Notebook and yes, I cried.
Did you like it?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't cry. Yeah, I did. Who's your friend Chase?
He's my friend Chase.
Yeah. Oh god, that was a stupid question, but like, why? Apparently, Chase follows you.
Yes, he does. He does.
Chase.
I follow him too.
He said, I'm Chase. Where did you buy that fabulous couch? I've had this in my house for like. I've had this couch
Yeah.
for I don't even know how long. But
Where was this couch originally?
by the way, I saw The Notebook and I really enjoyed it. To answer your question, Dorothea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Hey Chase, do you like our background? That's a better question. Ian, have you not seen The Notebook?
No, I haven't seen The Notebook. Sorry.
Dude, it's not that bad. I think you'll like it.
It's not... I don't go see movies.
Hi, hold on,
because I'm excited.
Hi, I'm Dorothea C. What's your favorite movie? And why?
Okay.
We answered this already, but we can do it again.
Okay. Well, let's think. What can we say?
It's definitively our favorite movie. Star Wars? You know what? What? I think this might be my favorite movie of all time. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. I haven't considered Indiana Jones.
Consider that.
I'm not sure. Favorite movie is such a... I can't answer that question. But,
Something fishy called you a dink.
yeah,
Hey, it's Alex B again. What's your favorite Tarantino film? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Love it. Bloody, cathartic, violent, language-filled, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful story, too.
I haven't seen that much Tarantino, by the way.
Dude, Tarantino, he's got a movie coming out in January. January, day, 1st. The Hateful Eight. We're at Comic-Con. Hi, I'm Dorothy C. Which we already asked that. And what's your opinion of 2012? That came out in 2009. The end of the world movie, 2012.
No. I'm sorry. I saw it, and I was...
You're like,
I'm sorry, I was kind of obsessed
Did
with...
you see Star Trek in 2009?
I did see Star Trek in 2009. I was actually scared that the world was going to end because of black hole and that stuff. I was like afraid that the lights were going to go out. I was 10 years old, whatever. Oh no.
Hi, I'm Dorothy C. And do you watch 90210? And do you like it? If you watch it.
Do you watch?
I do not watch 90210.
Sorry, I don't.
It sounds like a texting notification symbol. I truth be told, I have not seen it, Dorothea. I have not seen that. I don't know. By the Sophia LS, do you like the Fast and Furious movie franchise? Yes, but I haven't seen it. I admire the concept of like they work for the government and stuff like that. I mean, I know nothing about it, but I've heard a lot of my friends like it's really good. You like it. I'm. Someone asked this about it before. I'm gonna have to go see it. I'm gonna have to see it all 7 now. Because people are gonna whine away like, why didn't you see Fast and Furious, man? But yes, I have not seen a Fast and Furious movie, and I will probably have to go binge.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about the Fast and Furious movies.
I would have to binge like James Bond, you know.
Right. Scale 1 to 10. Interest level maybe.
Ooh,
3.
yes.
Sorry.
Dorothy C. Have you seen Age of Adeline and did you like it? Is that the one with Blake Lively and she's like the woman who gets older and older and older?
No, that's like Benjamin Button, right? I'm sorry.
No, this is Age of Adeline.
I haven't seen.
I've heard about Age of Adeline. I gotta check it out. Yeah, my friend down the road from me saw it. She's like, oh my god, it was incredible. I'm like, I know. Thank you.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Sophia, what's your favorite sci-fi TV show? Star Trek, The Next Generation, X-Files, or would you count Supergirl? Because I watch it. I do reviews of it.
I was okay with the original Star Trek. I did not like Next Generation.
What? Get out!
The acting was horrible.
Dude, Picard, man!
Okay, Patrick Stewart was like Patrick Stewart and whoever the guy who played Q were the only
Q
good
was
actors.
okay.
Everyone else was horrible.
I love Worf. Alright.
Yeah, but...
No, I got a good question. So yes, Star Trek Next Generation, or X-Files. Which Steven Spielberg film is your favorite and why? Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, Jaws, Munich, the Indiana Jones movies, Closing Eyes, Third Kind. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Marley and Me.
Schindler's List. I know Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Dude, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
But I think Schindler's List. That movie made me.
I'm Dorothy C. And have you seen Marley and Me? Yes, I have seen Marley and Me.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked it. What movie? Your friend Chase.
Yeah.
He's like, what movie franchise did you wish had the most ridiculous conventions of the Fast and Furious franchise?
Wait, which franchise?
No, he says, what movie franchise did you wish had the ridiculous naming conventions of the Fast and Furious franchise? Like all the titles change. Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Star Trek 2: The Wrath. No, I'm just kidding. I can't really think of any other ones.
I think if Indiana
Marvel.
Jones had really funny titles,
Like Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings.
I've heard that name before. What is that?
Chase, I don't watch Gotham. What?
No, I don't watch Gotham. No, I have to watch Gotham.
Hi, I'm Ryan Marsh. Do you wish Darth Maul had more screen time? Yes. Hey, he was in one movie and killed. He was one of the best parts of the Phantom Menace.
Well,
that's not saying much.
if you know the Star Wars universe that is not canon, you will in fact know that Darth Maul survives that pit of doom. But the thing is, I like some. I said I like Episode 3. I don't like Phantom Menace. I
hate it, but that was one of the best parts.
Okay, Darth Maul. I'm not too crazy about Darth Maul. A lot of people, Darth Maul's cool, double lightsaber, whatever. Darth Maul. Creative lightsabers, people are gonna... creative lightsabers...
Just tell you to stop.
No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna... lightsabers are cool, yeah. Soon we're gonna have more lightsabers than, iterations of Fast and Furious movies.
I wish Darth Maul had more screen time.
Alright.
What is your favorite Tim Burton movie? Edward Scissorhands.
Okay.
Or Batman, one of the two.
Okay.
Go.
I kind of can't say anything Batman, but we've mentioned him before. I've had a recent craze for the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I know a lot of people may think the Johnny Depp one is terrible, but
it's actually fun.
I think it's different, and that difference is good. And I think it could have been a great movie if it wasn't set in the Willy Wonka world. But I'm having a huge craze for everything. Danny Elfman, by the way, great composer.
Ooh, that's
He's up there with the greats for.
Yeah, Chase says, "Do you believe in evil Jar Jar?" Yes.
No, I do not.
Hi, I'm Sophia. What is your favorite Marvel character? Captain America.
Iron Man.
I'd say Captain America though, just because he's the one that kicked it all off.
I guess so, but.
Or you could say the Fantastic Four, because they were the first '60s Marvel title. Which Home Alone movie is your favorite, and which Home Alone movie do you hate and why? Home Alone 1 and 2 are awesome. Home Alone 3 and 4 sucked. I saw all of them. Not in the theater, I saw them on reruns and stuff. Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, priceless. Home Alone 3, what the F? Yeah.
I really liked Home Alone, the first one, because that scene with the fire in the bathroom, that was amazing.
With the flame. Joe Pesci's head was great.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was a great one.
Hi, I'm Dorothy C. Which do you think is a better Christmas movie? A Year Without a Santa Claus or How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Wait, the live action? I think if we're just thinking to the animated stuff.
Yeah, I'm just thinking animated. I like The Grinch because The Grinch had.
The Grinch is a classic.
Yeah.
So that is not a slur to A Year Without a Santa Claus at all. I grew up on that, but.
Oh, but wait! In A Year Without a Santa Claus, there's one scene where they're getting all their money together, and this one guy, this one kid, this little animated kid, he takes a hammer, and he this piggy bank looks really realistic. Looks kind of like a real pig. Smashes the pig, and when we saw that, we were just the Christmas pig slaughter. Brilliant.
Okay. Dorothy C again. Which is your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Probably the first one. What you?
I don't
Curse the
really
Black Pearl. I mean that scene with them in the boat underwater and they can breathe. Yo, it's priceless. Okay.
Alright, maybe.
Ian, why wouldn't you let me believe?
I'll let you believe. I just won't.
Your friend Chase asked me a question. He said, "What do you think of Home Alone 5: The Holiday Heist?"
Okay, wait.
A true classic question mark. Favorite movie? Oh, geez.
I don't know how to respond to that, dude.
Oh, I can answer this one. Ryan Marsh in the chat board said, favorite movie dog? Butt Kiss from Rocky.
That's amazing choice. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, it's good. Right? What do you think about this other?
I don't know that many movie dogs.
What other favorite dogs?
I'd probably say I don't know that many movie dogs. Yeah.
Hold on. We're gonna kill it in a minute because we're almost an hour.
All right.
It's 50. Oh no, we're an hour and 55 minutes right now. So send in your last minute questions before we end part 1, and then we're gonna go to part 2 in a little bit. Favorite movie dog? We already answered that. Which comedy film produced by Todd Phillips is your favorite, and why? You have no. I don't even know either. I think I'd ask you.
I think we both relied on the safety of each other's movie knowledge there. I'm sorry. Could you name a few? I've probably seen them.
Yeah, TF2 guy. If you could name a few, that'd be great. Hi, I'm Justine F. Who is your favorite Star Wars character? We answered this before. Mine was Han.
I said Darth Vader.
Han Solo for me. That's a good question. Your friend Chase said poop.
Of course he did.
He said that was Cameron. Sorry. Alex B here. How would you? There's 2 more questions. This one and another one, and then we're gonna go to our first break, and then we're gonna go back. Hey Alex, P here. How would you rank the Star Wars movies from best to worst? No, from worst to best.
Worst to best.
All right.
I think we know.
2, 1, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna get behind that.
6, 4, 5.
Ooh, really? I mean, I don't disagree.
No, but 7 doesn't fall into play yet. So you're gonna have to put 7.
7, in my opinion, Force Awakens is going to be very seriously influenced by what comes after it.
TF2 guy, thank you. To answer his question, Todd Phillips is the guy who produced the Hangover trilogy and Project X.
Hangover, yeah. That was good.
Before we go, so what is your favorite Todd Phillips film? Probably Project X.
Okay.
All right, one more question before we call it a break. We're almost at 2 hours of answering questions, and then we're gonna go to part 2, and we'll be up in a little bit. All right. Last question from Chase. Where did you get all the posters in the background? Well, the Star Wars poster I got for Christmas this year. The Marvel one all the way over here I got for Christmas too. It's not even a poster, it's actually wood. Uncle I bought on my own. Iron Man 3 I got from my grandfather, and Fantastic Four I got on my own. Hopefully that answers your question.
Alright.
Hold this.
Yeah.
Alright, folks. Well, now this is going to... this is my Kylo Ren t-shirt, by the way. We're going to call it part 1 wrap, and then we'll be back in a little while. Alright? Stay tuned for part 2 coming up soon.
Yep.
Alright, time to sit down. Oh, Jesus. This is not working.
Still.
Hold on. I got... Oh, come on. Live controller. Let's call it a wrap for now.